All right, this is Pastor John David. I'm so glad you're here today. Today we're going to go into Proverbs chapter 5. Now, as always, I say every day, make sure you read the proverb for yourself first. Read Proverbs chapter 5, the entire thing. It'll take you 3 minutes maybe. And do your own soap, which is first study the scripture. Go to the scripture. You might want to write down. If you want to download one of our soap pages, you can use that or just write in your own journal. S is scripture, O is observation, A is application, and then P is prayer. So always find what God is speaking to you and how you can live it out, and then P, pray about it. So scripture, observation, application, and prayer. So we're going to do some of that. We won't do the prayer part because that's on you to pray for yourself. You talk to God about what you're learning in scriptures. So today we're going to go into Proverbs chapter 5. So this is the S part, the study of the scripture. I looked at, for me, Proverbs chapter 5, this is one of the most important passages, but you might have a different one. Write that down in your observation part, in your scripture part. But for me, Proverbs 5:21, for the ways of a man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he watches all of his paths. And then, and that's it. The ways of a man are before the eyes of the Lord. He watches all of his paths. So as you look at this, let's think about it. My ways are not secret. What I do, what I think about, the patterns that I have, that talks about the ways that we do, they're not secret. God sees all. God sees all that we do, all that I do, all that you do. He sees that. He knows that. We don't walk around as isolated human beings. God is always there. He's always watching. And that challenge to live for him is beautiful. It's a beautiful thought too, that we're never alone. He's always there for us and with us. And this leads to another conclusion. Like, I am responsible. I am being watched by God, and I will give an account to him. And I'm responsible for the decisions I make, the life that I lead, the things that I do. I am responsible before God for all of who I am and what I choose to do. And that leads to the last point. I'm accountable. I don't walk around as a person that has no accountability for the actions that I choose, the way that I treat people, the way that I talk, the choices that I make. I'm accountable to God, and I will have to face him and talk to him. A lot of the Proverbs are all about accountability, and one of the greatest ways for a human to be accountable is to realize that God is watching. So let's sum this up. So you see, God sees all of my ways. He sees all of your ways. And there is a higher power, and we are accountable for all that we do before this higher power. And that makes me responsible for my choices. That means I'm not a victim. I'm not just bullied by the universe and I have to do whatever the universe tells me. But I'm not a victim. I can choose. I'm responsible for my choices. And I will be held accountable for all that I choose. So then I pray, Lord, help me. The application might be, hey, what I do in secret, I need to do before the Lord, because he's always there watching, and I'm accountable, and he sees, and I will be held accountable. I'm not a victim. Okay, so that's my meditations on today's passage. You do your own. You look and see what you see in there, and write it down and share it. Maybe we'll get some things on Facebook. You can share what you're reading in Proverbs. All right, have a good one. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow for Proverbs chapter 6.